Assalamu alaikum dear students. This video is about question number 7 and 8 of exercise 1D, that is the assignment of week 4. First I am going to explain exercise 1D question number 7, which says the force of repulsion F newtons between two particles is inversely proportional to the square of the distance d meters between the particles. Write down a formula connecting F and D, and when the particles are at a certain distance apart, the force of repulsion is 20 newtons. Find the force when the distance is halved. Now it is given to us that force, we are taking force as F and the square of distance as d square. It is given to us that force is inversely proportional to the square of the distance. So force is inversely proportional to the square of the distance. By converting the proportionality sign into an equality sign and putting a constant k, we get this equation. Now for the first part, we have to find a formula connecting F and D, and according to the given condition, F given to us is 20 newtons while D is not given to us. It is written that the particles are at a certain distance which is not given to us, so we take it as x meters. Now if force is 20 newtons and D is x, so putting these two values in this formula, we get 20 is equals to k upon x square, because d was squared, so we have put a square on x as well. By this, if we multiply x square on the other side, we get 20x square is equals to k. This is the value of k constant. We are putting this value of constant in the above equation, and we get F is equals to 20x square upon d square. This is the formula which connects force and distance. Now for part 2, in which it was given to us that the distance is halved. Distance d is halved. It was x earlier, and halved means x upon 2. Now the distance d is x upon 2. We have to find the force. Again, putting d is equals to x upon 2 in this formula, we get F is equals to 20x square upon, instead of d, now we are going to put x upon 2, and that will be squared because d is squared. Now it is 20x square. Now taking the square of x and 4, we get x square upon 4. It becomes 20x square multiplied by 4. The denominator of the denominator is multiplied with the numerator, and it becomes x square. The denominator of the denominator, that is 4, will be multiplied with 20x square. So in this situation, x square will be cancelled by this x square, and we will get the value of force, which will be 20 into 4, 80 newtons. So our force is 80 newtons when the distance is halved. This is our part 2. Now exercise 1D question number 8. It seems a bit tricky, but it's not. Read it carefully twice or thrice, and then you will understand what is required. It is written that for a fixed volume, the height h of a cone is inversely proportional to the square of the base radius r. Cone A, we are talking about cone A. Cone A has a base radius of 6 centimeters and a height of 5 centimeters. The base radius of cone B is 3 centimeters and the height of cone C is 1.25 centimeters. If all the cones have the same volume, find the height of cone B and the base radius of cone C. Now in question number 8, it is given to us that volume is fixed. We are given 3 cones. Obviously the heights and bases will be different, but the volume will be same. For example, if it is cone A, it was given to us that its base radius. This is your base and the radius starts from here till this point. So here the radius is 6 centimeters and this is the height. The height is 5 centimeters. So for cone A, we are given height and radius both. For cone B, if you read it carefully, you are given the base radius, that is 3, and height you have to find. And for cone C, you are given height. Height is given to you, that is 1.25 centimeters, and you have to find the base radius. So with the measurements given for cone A, we can find the equation, and using that equation we can find the missing things for cone B and C. So first of all, let's see, let's take height as h and base radius as r, and it is given to us that height is inversely proportional to the square of the radius. So we put the square on r. It becomes h is equals to k upon r square by changing the proportionality into equality. Now take the measurements from cone A. It is given that height is equals to 5 centimeters and radius is equals to 6 centimeters. So putting these two values in this formula, we get 5 is equals to k upon 6 squared. Now 6 squares is 36. So 36 will be multiplied by this 5 here. 5 into 36 becomes 180. So k is equals to 180. By putting the value of k in our actual equation, that is h is equals to k upon r square, we get h is equals to 180 upon r square. Now using this formula or this equation, we can find for cone B the height and for cone C the radius. Now cone B. For cone B, we are given that radius is equals to 3 centimeters, height we have to find. Using the same formula, we get h is equals to 180 upon 3 square, that is 180 upon 9, and it becomes 20 centimeters. So height of cone B is 20 centimeter. Now cone C. For cone C, we are given height is equals to 1.25 centimeter and we have to find the base radius, that is r. Now using the same formula, that is h is equals to 180 upon r square, and putting the value of h in this formula, we get 1.25 is equals to 180 upon r square. Now multiplying 1.25 by r, we get 1.25 r square is equals to 180. Now we want r here, so r square is left here. 1.25 will be divided on the other side. Using a calculator, we get r square is equals to 144. Now we want the value of r, and this is r square. We can take square root on both sides. We get r square under the root and 144 under the root. So r radius is equals to 12 centimeter. This is the base radius for cone C. I hope both the questions are clear to you. If you still have any problem, you can ask me on WhatsApp. Thank you so much. Allah Hafiz.